Here we are.
Yep. Oh, technical problems already.
Welcome to Satterwhite Live, the Christmas Eve edition. I'm Blake Linton with Danny Grizzle. We're kind of working with a little bit of a skeleton crew this week due to Christmas, but Danny and I are here, ready to give it our best shot.
And Josh is
on vacation.
On vacation. He's with family in Baton Rouge or someplace, isn't he?
They were in Baton Rouge, and I think he's now in Hot Springs.
All right.
So you never know. Hope they're having a good time up there, Josh.
Yeah. So we're just going to do our best to wing through this today. And
got my ugly Christmas sweater on.
Yes.
Mine's pretty ugly and it's pretty warm. Of course, it's also 70 degrees here.
70 degrees. I had to that's the reason we're late starting, is because Blake had to get this sweater on. And I'm wearing, for those of you who are not from Texas, who don't know about Buc-ee's, it's the world's biggest gas station.
Absolutely.
Just a kind of a Texas phenomenon.
It is a Texas phenomenon, that's for sure.
You know what? I don't even know if I've got our mics working.
Well,
more technical problems. Let's just make sure this is really working.
I think it is.
All right. It's amateur hour. Been doing this how many years now, and and we're still learning. Okay.
All right. We're glad you tuned in this week. This is going to be, go ahead and tell them what our subject is, Danny.
So we're just going to have a look around at some Christmas pictures. Those of you who have been with us a long time will maybe have seen a lot of these before, but we haven't done a new Christmas photo shoot. No. We got one new picture.
Really?
Yeah. And I wish I'd had time, because we had some customers send some really beautiful pictures in of their homes decorated for Christmas, but it's, you know, they were low resolution, and I couldn't chase down the originals and all that sort of thing. So.
Right. All right. I'm going to go ahead and get our statement of beliefs taken care of, if you're okay with that, Danny.
Sure.
We at Satterwhite Log Homes are Christians. We're not ashamed of our faith. We kneel to God only and to no man. We love America. We stand proudly for the pledge and for our national anthem. We are proud of our flag, our military, our law enforcement, and our first responders. We revere our founding fathers and our Constitution, and we will fight to the death for our families, our country, and our God. All right, let's get it going.
All right, yeah, let's jump into the slideshow. Here we go. I think this is the right button to push. That's the new picture. Satterwhite grandchildren.
Yep, that's the Satterwhite grandchildren. That's a very cute picture.
I think Travanda seems to think that's the full complement, that there's no more. They've got 3 children, and that's she thinks they've all completed their family. So we'll see.
Yeah. You never know.
But I got to take this picture, and it was a lot of fun. You know, working with 7 children. Of course, the baby's pretty easy to get along with.
Right.
And the little angel was about to tear out, though.
That's Parker. She is cute as she can be.
Yes, she is. They're all just a beautiful family. So
I love that picture.
I do too.
That is a great picture, and that doesn't happen too often around here. But when it does, we like to take advantage of it.
Nothing like Christmas in a log home. I've heard that.
How many times have you heard that? I can't tell you how many times.
Well, yeah, over decades.
Right.
Over decades. I've been privileged to go around the country and photograph a lot of homes. I was at this in western Tennessee, right, very near the Mississippi River in northwestern Tennessee, and the cotton field across the road was blooming. Got this beautiful shot of this woodland, and framed up in a gate. The guy who lives there, he couldn't figure out how to put that driveway in, so he put his mule's feed bucket. We'll see the mule in a minute. Put his feed bucket back on the garage, and wherever the mule walked in, that's where he laid out the driveway.
I'll tell you one thing: we've gotten a lot of mileage out of that photo shoot in particular.
Oh, it's a beautiful home, and it was so beautiful, and I'd photographed it right before Christmas, and they like to do up their home in a traditional way without a lot of electrical lights, but old-fashioned style. And so I went back. Just this time of year. Well, right when I say not a lot of electric lights, but I guess they had a little hidden there.
Well, not on the gate, though. So.
Yeah. Beautiful home. Cowboy hat on top of that tree.
Right. You said that's Western Tennessee?
Yes, Northwestern. Okay. Yep. just if you see anything, and chime in, Blake.
I will. All right. Well, you know, we welcome any Christmas photos that you have. If you live in a log home and you have some photos that mean a lot to you, email them to us. We'd love to see them, and might just get you placed in one of our photo shoots.
Yep. I had great ambitions today of interacting with folks on chat, but I'm not going to, I'm just not going to, too much all at once. We're really interested in turning our live streams into more interactivity and talking with people interactively, if those of you who can watch this live.
That would be great. But, you know, it's tough. I mean, it's 11:30 in the morning. Not everybody's at a point where they can sit down and interact with us, but if you, in the future, if you want to, hopefully that's going to be an option.
Well, people who really want to interact, they can still call the phone.
Absolutely.
And Blake and Josh and a bunch of other guys around here who are maybe a little more camera shy, be glad to talk to you. There's that mule I was talking about, and there's that's a December morning mule ride. Tennessee people are serious about their mules.
Really?
They got mule calendars, Tennessee mule calendars.
I didn't know that. I just assumed they were horses.
I was watching back in the day, Johnny Carson used to have Cowboy Poets.
Right.
And I was listening to Cowboy Poet talk about mules. He says, you know, if you got a horse in a trailer and you have a little fender bender, that horse always be skittish about getting in that trailer. He'll remember that trailer. He won't ever want to get around that trailer again. But if you put a mule in a trailer and have a little fender bender, that mule will remember who put him in the trailer.
That's funny. Now go ahead, Danny.
Oh yeah, this used to be our show home.
Yeah, that was our old show home. It was the Woodland floor plan. That was our show home for many years.
Yep.
Very popular floor plan, which is, the Woodland is unique to me because you start out with the Woodland floor plan, and that has spawned itself into, I can't tell you how many other floor plans that are based off of that main frame, I guess you would call it.
Enormously popular.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So I'm trying to think how long. It was our model home for 19 years, 20 years.
A lot of years. This is another home down in Hemp Hill, Texas. I made these photographs too. This lady really did her place. This is...
that's Miss Satterwhite's home.
Right.
Yep. And now that's the Southern Comfort model. Roaring fire, large Christmas tree, as always. Very beautiful home.
Yes, it is.
You know, like I said, that's the Southern Comfort. We also have the Southern Comfort Option 1. Same basic floor plan, but just a little bit smaller if you didn't want that big of a floor plan.
Yeah, folks can dial in their home just wherever they want it to be.
Yeah.
Mix and match. We rarely build, of course, we've got prices and plans on the website, but most people just, that's a starting point.
Yeah, and I tell you, this is one of the most dedicated couples we've ever built for. They have given back to Satterwhite tenfold.
That's Christmas in Texas, outside in shirt sleeves in December with that Christmas tree behind them.
Right. They have been always great and let us come out there and visit their home. They have a Choctaw floor plan, and they love it, and they love showing it off.
Yeah. Any of you who have been to our seminars have likely seen this home on the tours. Is that the interior of that home?
Yes,
I think it is.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's, folks, right there is the interior of a Choctaw. You know, of course, you can modify them any way you want. They've just done an excellent job of maximizing the space and great decorations, and they really do love their home.
Boy, the log homes are just so, you just can't imagine Christmas otherwise after you've spent Christmas in a log home.
That's a cool floor plan.
I believe that was Kevin Sheehan's house.
Yep.
One of our salesmen.
He puts up a lot of Christmas trees.
Oh, his wife. Christmas trees in every room.
I think the last count I heard, they put up 7 Christmas trees.
Yep.
Yep. That's their NASCAR room.
NASCAR and Christmas.
Yep. I couldn't imagine putting up 7 trees. My wife and I have trouble putting up one without getting too involved in an argument.
Our grandchildren here in Longview have gotten big enough that we let them decorate our Christmas tree this year. So it's not picture perfect, but it's perfect.
That's exactly. It's imperfectly perfect. This is still Kevin's house right here.
I took in some of the Christmas pictures we've shot over the years. These are just some of the three older boys who are the wise men in that first picture we showed.
Yeah, those kids are a lot older than that now.
Oh, yeah. But seems like these were just yesterday.
Yep, absolutely. And that's, I want to say that's taken on the porch of the model home.
Yes, it is. A lot of little kids around Satterwhite, including one named Georgia Pearl.
Yes.
And we've been watching Santa's Workshop here this week.
You, Georgia Pearl's going to have a great Christmas. That's my 3.5-year-old daughter. I'm pretty partial to her. I think she's pretty cute, but she's got some couple gifts that I put together for her that, I don't know, took the better part of the last 2 days. So
I think everybody around here is on guard. If you see any kids loose in this building, keep them away from the lunchroom because, I mean, it is.
Yeah, the lunchroom has turned into
the assembly area.
It is the assembly line for Santa's Workshop, that's for sure.
That's an earlier version of the nativity scene.
Right.
Before we got some more Satterwhite grandchildren.
That's Avery in the manger.
Yes. New baby in the latest one. You know, I wanted to take, it's the Christmas season, and I just wanted to take just a few minutes to talk about some things that are really close to our heart here at Satterwhite. And Heartlight Ministries has built, we've built an entire campus for them, literally probably a dozen or more.
I don't know how many buildings and outbuildings, but it's approaching at least a dozen.
And some of them quite large, such as this education building and fitness center that we see in the headline of this. But Heartlight is a Christian boarding school. I'm just going to read the headline here. Those of you who are watching maybe on an iPhone can't see the small type, but Heartlight's a Christian boarding school that helps parents get their teens back on track. We also offer parent retreats, phone counseling, and more.
Download a brochure.
Oh, yeah. Enormous amounts of free resources from Heartlight on their website. And, you know, if you're in a position where you can be thinking about some charitable giving before the end of the year, I can't, you know, we can personally vouch for these guys. We've known them for decades.
Absolutely.
And Mark Gregston, many of you might know, you can get on their mission statement. I can't begin to tell you about his program, but it's a difficult world, even by the time since you've grown up, Blake, and I'm older than you. It's not the world that we grew up in, and teens are just faced with a toxic culture out there that's unbelievable. And so maybe we need as adults, we need some more coping skills.
Yeah.
You've got that to look forward to with a teenager coming up in about 10 years.
Right. Yeah, it is definitely a different world than when you and I grew up.
That's Mark Gregston, who is the executive director of Heartlight there in the bottom right corner in the blue shirt. And if his name rings a bell to you, he's seen often on the Hallmark Channel. Yep. He's seen on almost 2,000 radio stations, Parenting Today's Teens program. So Mark there is just so many, he calls Heartlight the residential program. He calls that the ER of dealing with troubled teens, but he's really focused on that intercession to help people out before they get into that level of trouble.
Right, before it gets too far, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's definitely instrumental in many, many lives.
He's got a series of videos on his own YouTube channel that's just wonderful, wonderful stuff. So if you can take a minute during the holiday season to check out Parenting Today's Teens would be a good start, or Heartlight Ministries, either one of those. Yeah. Then I'm going to say a little bit about a couple of musicians that I've seen that always enter my world in the Christmas season. And let me see, I'm going to switch back to us here for a second, Blake. Let people know we're actually doing this live. But last Saturday evening, I went to see a fellow named Doyle Dykes, got his book and his Christmas CD. And Doyle is the most phenomenal guitarist, fingerstyle player in the tradition. So in my opinion, he is a pinnacle guitar player. A lot of people would say the best in the world, finger picking style. If you've Chet Atkins,
Yeah.
that style of guitar playing.
Is this the one that you saw in Abilene?
No, this one I saw in here in East Texas.
Okay.
Doyle was here locally just last Saturday night. I'm gonna get the other one. I'm gonna flip back to the other.
I jumped ahead of you. Didn't I?
Oh, it doesn't matter. But this is just, I did a screenshot of Doyle Dykes' website and then show his Christmas CD. But you can buy anything in his catalog with total confidence that you'd be proud to play it at a Christmas party with your mother and your family present. Yeah. And it's just, his show last Saturday night just was breathtaking. And he is one of those artists who always gets his live performance are not just mastery of the instrument, but he takes it to a spiritual level. If you ever get a chance to see Doyle Dykes, I know his name is not out there, but look him up on YouTube, or better yet, go to his website and even if, I don't know if it's available for download, but this Christmas CD, I bought 3 of them just to have some to give away.
Yeah.
Last week, but you can do that. You can do that with total confidence that it'll be great. And now here's the other artist that I saw actually a week ago today.
He's great.
Oh, he's great. Our friend Michael Martin Murphey, who a lot of you who are familiar with his name may associate his most well-known hit is Wildfire, that anybody my age, you hear the first 3 notes and it just resonates. A few years ago, before David Letterman retired, he was actually here at Michael Martin Murphey was here at Satterwhite, and he says to me, he says, "Watch Letterman next Thursday night." And sure enough, he was on there. And Paul Schaefer, world's most dangerous band guy, he said in the entire time that he worked with David Letterman at both NBC and CBS, Letterman only asked for 2 artists, and Murphy was one of them.
He is absolutely phenomenal. He's been one of my favorites forever. Yes.
He's got a trilogy of Christmas music, and this has become part of my family's Christmas tradition. It is so embedded in our celebration of Christmas to have these songs. The first one was actually the one we see at the top left there. Michael Martin Murphy is Cowboy Songs 2. He went into singing the old traditional cowboy songs. And so it's the first Christmas album, but it's Cowboy Songs Volume 2, and then the Acoustic Christmas Carols album in the middle. And these things are out of, I tried to give some of them as gifts this year and order them off Amazon, but nobody's doing CDs anymore. Right. But we've got something even better than that, and I've linked it in the show notes on both Facebook and YouTube today so that you can go click the link and you can get 5 albums of Murphy's Christmas-related music, including this trilogy that we're showing here, a live Christmas performance, and another one just of his greatest hits. And he's selling that streaming. You can download it today, all of that for $19. That's less than that's actually less than I paid for a used copy of the acoustic Christmas carols that I had sent to my son's father-in-law.
Right.
So it's a tremendous deal and supports a great artist and a great band. These guys are, like I say, I saw them. These are pictures that we shot a few years ago because Satterwhite Log Homes has been bringing Cowboy Christmas production to Longview, the Performing Arts Center here, for years. So these are some pictures from years past. There's Murphy and Sam Satterwhite. And that's the 3 guys, the 3 of the 4 guys I've been talking about tonight. That's Mark Gregston on the left, Michael in the middle, and Sam Satterwhite on the right. And other than that, we got Doyle Dykes that we've mentioned as well. I've got all those links in today's show notes.
You can't beat the Cowboy Christmas Ball song.
Oh,
it's
great.
a fun Christmas song, and I don't know, every time I hear it, I love it.
It's great. Well, I just threw in some pictures of our company Christmas pictures we've seen over the years. You know, it's
right.
This time of year we all reflect on. There, you look at you. Yeah. You're in that same shirt.
The same sweater. Well, this one, it's aged well.
But we're all a little sentimental this time of year, and so
Well, we do have a lot of fun around Christmas. You know, the week of Christmas and between Christmas and New Year's, things kind of slow down here a little bit, and we do get a time to reflect, and we do spend a lot of time with each other up here, whether it be working or putting together Christmas gifts, whatever it is. It's always a good time.
A lot of memories here.
Absolutely.
There's an earlier version of that picture with the our old logo on the Christmas card there.
Yep.
So, well, hey, here we are.
So what's your plan, Christmas?
My plans are in flux a little bit. Because it depends on children. Once you got adult children,
right?
They make the rules.
Yeah.
But I expect a big, at least all the kids from here in Longview, which will be 4 grandchildren, will be at the house at least. 4 of the 6. I've got 6.
Oh, you'll have your hands full then.
So yeah.
Well, good. Well, good. Then
how about you?
I've got well, all my family lives in Longview, so tomorrow we'll have my parents and my mother-in-law and my brother's family and my grandparents all come down, and I'm gonna cook a brisket tomorrow evening, and then Saturday we'll wake up and eat breakfast, and then I'm gonna have everyone back over to the house, excuse me, for a family Christmas dinner on Christmas Day. So it's a fun time. It's a fun time.
It is.
I'm looking forward to it.
Hope everybody's has great plans and will have a joyful Christmas this year. All the things that we've talked about today, from Mark Gregston and Heartlight, Parenting Today's Teens. I forgot to put our logo on the screen.
Maybe we'll get Josh off vacation for a change, and we'll dive back into some log home content after the first of the year.
Yep. But it's that family time of the year and everything that we've talked about today, even Mark Gregston's things. If you're noticing some things, he's got some excellent books. Even he's got books about grandparenting. Right. If as you gather your families around you this year, and if you're seeing some things that concern you, really spend some time with Mark Gregston, either vicariously or watching his online materials. Getting some of his books.
It's a good resource.
Oh yeah. It's just totally moving. All the great work that he does, and as you surround yourself with your families, the music is super family appropriate. Yeah. It's just a great time of year. Absolutely. All right. Thank you for tuning in, and I guess we'll see you next week on Saturday Night Live. You know something? I'm not prepared, though. Oh, here it is. I always do this anytime I'm on camera. I see the fade to black button. But let me tell you something about it. Right. It'll fade the picture to black, but you and I have to quit talking until I walk over there and mute the mics. Okay. So don't say anything rude, right? No, okay? I never would. I know you never do. Thanks, guys. Thank you.